and share my screen. Welcome to the Desire Empire team call. We are, what is today? The 21st. And I'm super excited. I'm going to share my screen with you. Guys, this leaderboard, I'm so excited, guys. I just need to tell you this. All right, can you see my screen? Yes. Am I going in and out? That's probably what this chat says. Oh, not Desire Empire. You're right. Not Desire Empire. Welcome to the Redemption Dynasty team call. I am going to zoom into this. So this is our leaderboard. If you haven't been around, you will see me update these. The goal is weekly, but you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. But I'm going to explain it. Success Club points, so where it says SC, these are based on lives that are changed. So for every life that you change or challenge pack that you sell, sorry, I just want to zoom in. Whoa. Every challenge pack that you sell, you get 2 Success Club points. And so if you see like I have 12, that means I've changed 6 lives this month. Rosemary has 10. So the goal that like Beachbody sets is to hit Success Club 5. I have no idea why, because if your increments of 2, like it's 2, 4, 6, I don't really know why the first goal is 5. But that is when you know that you are making more than you are spending. So if you're buying Shakeology every month, if you change 3 lives in a month, hitting Success Club 5, aka 6, then you know that you are making more than you're spending, and that officially shows Beachbody basically that you're being successful. So that's always our goal, is to at least hit Success Club 5 each month, and then the second benchmark is Success Club 10. But I always tell my people, like, set goals for you, where you're at, what you want to hit. Definitely at least Success Club 5, but if you want to shoot for 20, 30, 40, girl, go you. You can shoot for whatever your goals are. Just kind of align them to what you're looking for. So like if you're looking to just pay your supplements, or if you're looking to, I don't know, pay off all your loans or quit your job. So depending on where your goals are, that's kind of where you should set your Success Club goal at. But I'm going to read the people where they are at right now. We have McKenna with Success Club 2, Lacey with Success Club 2, Caitlin with Success Club 4. So 1 more life and Caitlin will jump up above that line and she will hit Success Club for the month. Rosemary Campbell at Success Club 10, and then myself at Success Club 12. I just want to shout out Rosemary. I know that she's not on here and she's going to be a little bit late. She's also our coach of the week. She literally, like, I messaged her and I was like, hey, can you go live on Wednesday and share what you're doing? Because for those of you that don't know, this is Rosemary's first month in the business, and she is literally killing it. Like, she just like showed up and has been rocking it ever since. Rosemary and I went to high school together, and she is a natural athlete, but I just think it's like amazing. She's jumped in and I was like, can you go live? And she goes, I'm not sure I'm the right person to do that. Like, I'm not really doing anything special. And I was like, Rosemary, you're at Success Club 10. How'd you get to Success Club 10? And she was like, well, like, I just know the people and talk to people that I know. I was like, yeah, can you share that? Like, she just like had no idea what she was doing, because she's just like, it came so natural to her. So I'm excited. So Rosemary's going to go live in the team page on Wednesday at some point, and she's going to talk about what she's doing and how she's got to Success Clubs, because she has been a coach for less than a month total, and she's killing it. So watch out for that, but I want to shout her out because she's literally doing amazing. Over here are our ranks. So Emerald is the first rank in the business, and then Ruby is the next stage, but very few people actually hit Ruby. Typically, they go from Emerald to Diamond. And I can break that down later for all y'all that don't really know what that means, but I just like having this here so that everybody can see where people are at. Summit. So we've talked about this. Some of you have seen me go to Summit. Summit is that big conference that I just went to last week. Wow. Last week was the longest week of my life. I just went like last weekend. Next year, it's going to be in New Orleans, which I'm super, super excited about. The dates are the 16th through the 19th. So it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's all the days that there will be conferences. Right now, unless you're a new coach, so Katie and Amy, you are both new coaches. So your ticket price is $145, and you can get that anytime within the year. For anyone who is not a new coach, tickets are $150 right now, but they will go up, I think, on the 27th. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know why that number is coming to my head. But by the end of the month, they will go up, and they just get more expensive the closer we get to Summit. So if you can buy your ticket now, I know that Anise, Caitlin, Rosemary have already committed, and they already have a hotel booked. So this is my hotel information. So if you want to go, let me know, and I will either connect you with them or somebody so that we can get you in a room with people that you know, because rooms go really fast. So like if you needed to wait on something, I would say wait on the ticket before I would say wait on the room. The price for like Katie and Amy, your guys' price isn't going to go up for your ticket because you are a new coach. So like if you needed to pay something right now and couldn't afford both right now, I would totally say the room, and then get your ticket a little bit later, like save for that. So it's not until next July, so you have time to save for that. But rooms go really fast. So my room, as well as yours, right, Anise? Are you guys also in the Hampton? So our room right now, we're in the Hampton. I booked the 15th through the 19th. I think they did the same thing. I gave myself that extra day, so I'm going to come in on that Wednesday instead of Thursday. But it's totally up to you guys. The first thing that we do is opening ceremony on Thursday night. So you could come in Thursday morning and it not really be a big deal. That's what I did this year. Last year I came in on Wednesday. Wow, it's going to be my third summit. I feel so old. But so just so you know, information on that, coachsummit.com, that's where you can get all the hotel stuff, all the information. Go check that out. Next, Super Weekend. These are live events. These are literally amazing. I had to drag Anise to one, not really because I couldn't physically drag her, but I had to force her to go to one. And she was so glad that she went. Live events change lives. Live events remind us that we're not alone in this business. Live events give us physical contact with people. And this one's going to be super cool because it is, life-changing. It is going to be all about coaching. So, which I mean, they're all about coaching, but this one specifically, it breaks down the business. It's going to talk about what you can do in it. It's amazing for people that you think like, hey, I think you could be a good coach. Come hang out with me here. So I'm bringing two people with me, Rihanna, who just signed up as a coach, and then my friend Anna, who is not a coach. I'm going to bring them both. So if you have anyone that you're like, hey, this might be something you're interested in, bring them with you. If not, go anyway, because it's going to be life-changing. So literally all I do is Google it. I just Google like Super Weekend, Tampa, Florida, because they're all over any big cities. But in your back office, you can also look. There's like this map thing where you can pull them up. But I find that a lot of times it's just they're very hard to find that way. Eventbrite is where a lot of the tickets are through. A Y chat. I don't know what that is. A lot of times they are on Eventbrite, and you could like go into Eventbrite and type like Beachbody Super Weekend, Erie, PA, or whatever, and like type it in. Facebook also is a good way to find them. But look, and it's going to be one of these days, so it's this weekend. I just bought my tickets literally like an hour ago. But go. Let me know where you're going. I'm looking at all of you guys. You guys are all at very different places in the world, so none of you guys can go together. But like Katie, I don't know if you know Caitlin Graham. Do you know Caitlin Graham? Caitlin Graham. She lives in Buffalo, and she's from Erie. I went to high school with her. So maybe there's a Super Saturday around you. I don't know if Caitlin's going. Rosemary just moved to Cleveland, so I don't know. Look around, but there will be coaches there, and you will meet people within your world, your realm, which is literally amazing. So look into Super Weekend. All right. Now we're going to talk about challenge groups. The reason I want to talk about this right now is because we are launching a brand new program like tomorrow, basically. Like our prep week, your prep week for this next boot camp should be tomorrow. If you are a brand new coach, you will run your boot camp with me. So don't worry about like running it on your own right now. you are going to be helping me, but know that a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about are things that you should, one, know about for when you run your own. Two, you should be very involved in running the boot camp, because when you put people into my boot camp, they do not want to see me. Like, they could care less about me. You know, so like Amy, if you sign somebody up, like they don't connect with me, they connect with you. And so when you guys are in the boot camp, you guys should be posting and you should be doing all the things that I'm about to talk about in our boot camp, so that they see you and they see you as a leader. It also gives you the opportunity to step up into that leadership role with me there to kind of help coach you through that. If you are not a new coach, you are probably running your own challenge group, because I've kicked you guys all out of mine, at least for Morning Meltdown 100. Stop it. Because I want you guys to kind of like spread your wings and fly. Whether you have your people or you are growing your people, you guys are kind of on your own, which I think is going to be super, super cool, because it's going to give you that ability to spread your wings and go. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about some things that you should do before you have a challenge group, and then some things you should do once your challenge group is up and running. Some bases in a challenge. So a challenge group, your challenge group is, the whole purpose of running a challenge group is to create a community for people to feel safe, felt like seen, because if they don't feel seen, it doesn't matter. They're not going to like, there's going to be no accountability, and feel loved, because they want to have somewhere that they can share things that are hard. Like, hey, this is hard for me. They want a space where they feel safe and they feel like people care, because that is something that we can offer that a gym cannot offer, right? Like, you go to a gym and nobody really cares if you're there or not, right? And so you want to create a space that allows people to feel loved, safe, and held accountable, and also know that your challenge group is going to attract your people. So for me, I need a space, like community is huge for me. Like, that's something I needed, friends. I just needed friends. And so you'll see me post in the challenge group things about my life, because I needed friends, and I want my people to feel like we are friends. So like the other day I was like, hey, my life's a hot mess. I just need prayers. Can you guys pray for me? Nothing to do with working out, but it has a lot to do with like building relationship and being friends, because I want my other people to know that they can also come and be friends, because that's what I needed. But know what you need. Stop. Know what you need and why you joined this community, whether it was the community or for the workouts or for losing weight or whatever. Like, own your story in your tribe. Stop. Please hold. Come on. Go. Sorry. Know what your story is, know your community, know your tribe, and adapt your challenge group to that. So like, when I say I need a community that's safe and feel loved and holds accountable, maybe that's not what your tribe needs. Maybe they need purpose. Maybe they need nutrition. Maybe they need whatever. Think about what you need, and that's what your people are going to need. This is not super cute, sorry. Before you start a challenge group, some of these you're going to know, some of them you're not going to know. You need to decide what your focus is. So a lot of times you'll see people pick themes, like we're going to do a Disney themed challenge group, or we're going to do a bikini body challenge group, or we're going to do a, I don't know, postpartum or whatever it is, busy moms or college students, you know, like think of what your focus is and your theme for the month. So I've seen people even do like boy bands or pop music or whatever. Think about what your focus is and make sure you have an idea of how that's going to run. So for example, for me, for Morning Meltdown, one of my focuses is that this is more than a workout program. This is mentally, emotionally, spiritually, this is a all around change. And so something that I am doing in my boot camp is the 100 Days to Brave. And so I've talked about that. And I've talked about how we're going to work out, but the focus is not just to lose weight. Yes, it's going to be cool and that's going to be awesome and it'll be part of it, but this is a whole lifestyle change here, not just a workout program. So identify your focus, know your dates. I hate when people are like, I'm going to start a challenge group and they know nothing. They don't know when it starts. They don't know how long it's going to be. They don't know when prep week is going to be. You guys need to pick a date. And so if you're with me, prep week starts tomorrow. Day 1 starts the 29th. And, but make sure you know those dates. Even if you're like, okay, it's the 29th is when we're going to start, but I'm probably going to let people pass that. Just put a hard date out there because it creates urgency. When people are like, when you're like, we start on the 29th, people are going to want to get in before then. You want to pick a date so that there's at least some type of urgency and you can advertise it and that people know that there's a date. Also with that, know how many people you want in. I didn't write this on here, but know if you're going to take 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, whatever it is. Whatever number it is you're picking, pick a number, pick a date that creates urgency. I'm looking for 5 more people to join my boot camp. We start on July 29th. Are you in or out? Type of deal. Programs. What programs are you doing? Are you allowing all programs into your boot camp? So for example, my typical boot camp, any programs. I have one really big boot camp for all of my people in one space. And I don't really care what program you're doing. I fit what program that is going to serve you best onto that, into there. Depending on what they need, depending on their goals, I just make that kind of fit. But sometimes, so for this Morning Meltdown, for the launch, I have a boot camp specifically Morning Meltdown and nobody else will be in that boot camp. So no, just kind of have an idea of what you expect for your boot camp going into it. Before you even start your actual boot camp, welcome emails. And so most of you should have gotten one from me. If you didn't, call me out on that and I will send you one. And then the welcome email is going to lay out some expectations. This is what we're doing. And there's going to be, I have a PDF. It can be in an actual email. It doesn't need to be a PDF. That just says like, this is how you work BOD, and just answers frequently asked questions. This is how you work BOD. This is what Shakeology is. This is what pre-post workout is. This is why I use them, or this is why you should use them. This is what the nutrition plan looks like, or how to find the nutrition plan. This is the Beachbody blog. Check it out. This is our app. Just some information, because a lot of times people jump in and they're like, I don't know what to do. What now? Give them all that information. Have them commit. Have them show up. Show them what they can expect from you, like how you can expect that I do calls, how you can expect that I do check-ins, how you can expect whatever it is I send emails, whatever it is that your expectations are from you, put them in there, and then tell them their expectations also. Prep week. So prep week is going to start next week. So some of you are going to be running your own prep week. Some of you are going to be running it with me. The entire point of prep week is going to be to get people prepared to start whatever program it is. And it could be vague. It could just be to start your health and fitness journey, or it could be very specific like Morning Meltdown 100. Either way, you really want to break up your prep week. And so some things that you can do in that prep week is a commitment statement and talking about why are you committed. Let's identify our whys and having people share their whys. Nutrition plans, sharing their nutrition plans, you guys adding content and value into what nutrition plans are or how to do one. And if you don't know, like look on Beachbody On Demand, use the resources and just connect them to resources. So you don't have to be like an expert in all of these things. So I don't need to be like, oh my goodness, I can't do this because I don't know how to do all of the things. Use the Beachbody On Demand website as your like platform. Literally, there's so many things in there that you can just like share, right? Like you can just say like, oh, here's some amazing recipes. Oh, look at this nutrition plan. So nutrition plans, committing to a program. So if there's a couple different options, you can commit to different programs, or have it, making sure they say what it is. What else do I do? Nutrition. Well, you could do a group workout. I think we're going to do a group workout this week. Sorry, Brianna's texting me. Lots of things like that. So I will share my prep week pictures for you guys. But prep week is a time to build relationships and a time to get people prepared and answer the questions. So something that I like to do with my prep week, also, it could also be in this form. Sorry, my brain thinks in 10 different ways. You can do this as a kickoff call before prep week, but you also can do this as a getting started right call for new clients. So I've done it both ways. Mackenzie and I typically combined and do them together. But I'm going to be doing a kickoff call. So I do my prep week. I get them prepared. You can do this in a thread or you could do it in a challenge group. So I normally just do it in a group thread since my boot camp is the same. And I just plug them in. But a kickoff call is literally, we're on this Zoom chat. I get to see all of their faces, just like I get to see your face. So it builds that accountability. They feel closer to me. I am a quality time human. Like if you know, my love language is quality time. And so this is what I need. So this is what I give my people. And your kickoff call is going to be answering their questions. And literally all I do is go through the thing I sent them in their email. All the commonly asked questions. I talk about nutrition. I talk about Shakeology. I talk about meal prep. I talk about BOD. I show them BOD and how to use it. And I just go through all the things and show them all the things. And then I answer all the questions. It's like 35 minutes or like 45 minutes tops. But it just builds a relationship. It makes people feel held more accountable. And since I've implemented it, have absolutely fallen in love with it. So these are the things that you should do before you even start your challenge group. / prep week, I guess, is a little bit in your challenge group. And then during your challenge group, this is literally super simple. So if you've been in my challenge group, I do these things. Daily posts. You should be posting something every single day and not just like your workouts. And sometimes I have not a very hard time with this. I just like struggle to do it. But you need to add content to your people, whether it is a mindset thing or a workout thing or a recipe or nutrition, whatever it is. People pick like themes for their days. So like Mindset Monday or Motivation Monday, Top Tip Tuesday, Water Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, Flex Friday, whatever, things like that. And you can do those type of things. Share recipes you found. Beachbody blog. Guys, I really think that the Beachbody blog is a underused tool. Go on Beachbody on Demand and there's like blog at the top. Literally, there's so many things in there, like recipes and tips. And like you literally can just pull all your content from it. Like it has blogs that just share all of the tips and tricks for everything. So like, look at that. Check in. And what I mean by check in is actually check in on with your post. So like you post a thing and you're like, I don't know, drop your win for the week. Well, you need to drop your win for the week too. You're the model, right? Like if you're not doing it, other people don't do it. Again, this is something that I struggle with. I post, but I don't always comment on it. But people want to see you commenting on it. So you need to be checking into everything. Anise is an amazing human at this. If you look on all of my posts, she's probably commented on every single one of them because she always checks in. So people always know that she's there. And so check in with your post, share in the Challenge Tracker app. This is me backtracking again. You can run challenge groups on Facebook groups or in the Challenge Tracker app. So you can pick your favorite. I like the Challenge Tracker app because Facebook groups sometimes get lost. But if it's in the Challenge Tracker app, you need to be logging your shake or your supplements, whatever supplements you're using, and your workouts every single day. So your people see you. I like to do a sweaty selfie so that my face is on there because I hate words. I'm the human at like a restaurant that literally rolls my eyes if there's not enough pictures because I think it's stupid. I didn't come to a restaurant to read a book. I came to a restaurant to pick food. So I like to see pictures. So in my Challenge Tracker app, you will see lots of pictures because I'm a visual human and I like to scroll through and see pictures versus a bunch of words. So check in though. Make sure you're doing that. Be involved and interact. You guys need to be commenting on everybody's posts. You guys need to be sharing people on. You need to be answering questions. You need to be checking in. When people are like, have huge wins, like you guys should all be commenting on that and celebrating them and getting excited. And when people log their workouts, I literally just like make up things. Oh, I'm so like, I'll say like, oh, I did that workout the other day, or how'd it go? Or just like comment on people's things because they want to know that you saw it. Like I could go through and I could like everything, which is cool. And people then know I saw it, but I want to comment and be intentional because I want them to know that I'm actually reading what they wrote, right? Like, and share what you're going through like authentically. So like Katie, you do this really well in your workouts. Sometimes you share your workouts and you like write a book and you're like, oh, I really didn't want to do this today. And that is so good because it shows people that you're real and you're raw and you're like not perfect, but you're still showing up. And so I really encourage you guys to do that. Don't just be like a Debbie Downer and complain all the time, but share authentically. Today was really, really great, or today I had a hard time. Share. Giveaways is a really good thing. I like to do giveaways like unannounced, but you can be way more announcing. I like to just sew on the challenge tracker up in my side of it. I can go and I can see like, oh, Anise has logged her Shakeology every day this week. Katie has logged whatever. I can see how many workouts people have done. I can see how much they log their Shakeology. I personally like to just randomly be like, oh, congratulations to so-and-so who has logged their workouts every day this week. I just sent you a gift card. I like to do things like that. But you also can do things like push-up challenges, squat challenges. I know people that do like weekly challenges, and the top winners get to like get something. Or it doesn't always have to be like workout things. I think that doing things non-workout wise are also really helpful because some people are a little bit more self-conscious in their workouts. And so you could do like I don't know, drop a win from the day. And I'm going to pick one of you to whatever, or drop your dog, drop whatever it is that you want to talk about. It could be anything, but getting people engaged and giving people a reason to actually like interact. Recognition. This is a vital behavior for a reason. So if you do not know, we have 4 vital behaviors. One of them is recognition. And that just means like recognizing people. Just like how I said before, sorry, Brianna keeps texting me. Brianna, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't think you're in yet. I don't think she can hear me. People like to be told that they're doing well. So this is something that I'm going to have a tip for you guys. Know your people's love language. Do you guys all know your love language? Yes, no? Can I have a head nod? Can you drop your love language in the box? Leaderboards. Words of affirmation. Amy, what's yours? Words of affirmation. So that's so funny because none of those are mine. So I personally, hi Rihanna. Rihanna, I just asked them to drop their love language in the chat box. So if you know your love language, drop it in the chat box. Do you know yours? Yeah, head nod. I can't hear you. Yeah, okay. Drop it in the chat box. So I have acts of service, words of affirmation, and so mine are physical touch and quality time. So personally, I like things like calls. So for me, if I did giveaways, I would be like, oh, I would do anything to get on a call with Kate, words of affirmation, quality time. So like when I was a baby coach, I was like, oh, I would do anything to get on a call with Kate. Kate could literally have said like Hit Success Club 27 and I would have hit it. Like I would have just been like, okay, now I'll get on a call with Kate because that was my love language. And so I offer things like that to you guys all the time. But if I looked at this, literally none of you except Brianna care about quality time. Not that you all hate it, but like none of you care. So like none of you are going to be motivated by a team call or by a call with Kate or with Ashley. Like maybe it would be cool, but it's not what's going to motivate you, right? Like you guys want to hear that you're doing really, really well. You want to hear the words. And so knowing your people's love language is going to help you recognize them better. So like giveaways are amazing, but then again, I'm looking at this and none of you like gifts. Like cool, I mean, nobody doesn't like them, but none of you are super ridiculously motivated by it. So like I can do gifts, but like I've just lost all 4 of you. Like you're like, cool, but it's just not your thing. Like it's just not what's going to help you feel motivated. And same, so like know what your people feel loved by and recognize them in that way. So like words of affirmation, amazing, because I can tell y'all how great you are all day long, right? And so know them, shout them out with words of affirmation or send them a gift or spend time on a call with them, do something for them if you can. If you can't, I don't know. have somebody else do something for them, but figure out how they feel loved and then recognize them in those ways. So a cool thing to do in your challenge groups is literally to do like your love language tests. I do it all the time. I'll like send it out and be like, I need to know how you guys feel loved. Oh, Rosemary, you're here too. Hi. I didn't even see you. Welcome. Emails. This is something that you can do. This is not something that I always do. So definitely feel your tribe, feel your people, right? Like, again, everything that I say, know that like you need to know what your people are motivated by, right? Or how you are motivated. So for the longest time, I avoided all emails because like my people don't like emails. But in the long run, emails are an amazing way to run a business. And I'm here to run a business, not always to make friends. So there's like I want to make friends, but I also need to do what's best for the business. So think about both of those things, but also think about your people. I try to send emails to check in with my people. My people have a very hard time checking emails because I am not an email human. But it's a really good way to mass communicate with lots of people. So as you guys are starting out, ways that I did check-in emails really look like a Facebook message or an Instagram message. And that totally works really, really well as you're starting out. But I really, really encourage you to set up your streak. If you don't know what that is, just go Google it and we'll talk about it later. There's stuff in our team page about it. Set up your streak and collect emails, even if you're checking with people through Instagram or through Facebook, because streak is going to be an amazing way as you build your clientele to reach out to mass people more often. But your check-in emails don't need to be complicated. I literally thought that they needed to be these super pretty, like poster, picture perfect, I don't know, newsletters that had to have like so much information in them. I wanted to like add all this value and then ask like 3 questions. And that was really cool, except for the fact that I was being burnt out on them and that I would never send them. So it is okay if your check-in email literally is just a check-in. Like it's okay to say like, hey, Rihanna, how are you doing? I just wanted to check in with you. Can you let me know the answers to these following 3 questions? What program are you doing and are you really committed to it? What are you really struggling with right now? And what is a win that you've had in the past week? It is okay for my check-in email to just be that. If you really want to add something cool, you can. It could be a link. It could be just posted in the body of an email. But I used to make these like super pretty, cool things. And it's awesome. And I like to be creative and I like to create those things. But I was spending more time making something look pretty than I was actually communicating with my people. And my people didn't care if it was pretty, right? So like, make sure you are actually spending time doing the things that you need to do, like talking to your people versus just making it look good. Recognition. If you are bored in your challenge group, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. If you are bored in your challenge group, so are your people. So like, this is my biggest like check-in. If I am running a challenge group and I like never want to check into it or I never am showing up in it and I'm not doing anything, well, then your people are bored too. So you need to change it up because your people are also bored, right? So like, you attract you. So if you're running something that you don't want to do, then why do they? But also know that there are ways to not have to do all this like creating work. So I know like Rihanna on here is a blogger and she is an amazing creator. Me, I don't create content very, very well. Like I can, but it's just like not my gift. And so no, like in your back office, so a lot of you are new. So in your coach.teambeachbody.com, there's a bunch of stuff in there that you can find for running a challenge group. So there are literally like morning meltdown challenge group packs. So you can go on there and it will give you day-to-day posts. And I would say read through them, skim through them, make sure that there's something that you would say to your people, but you can use them as a resource to help run your challenge groups better without like pulling your hair out trying to like come up with these like 10-page long posts day to day. Like be vulnerable, be real, be with your people, share what's on your heart, but also use the resources that are at your hand because that's why they're there. So the back office that has them, and the Beachbody blog. Those are going to be two of your like best friends when it comes to running a challenge group. So you don't have to make up content. I use, I don't know what it's called. I'll share it in the team page. I bought forever ago all of my challenge group stuff. It's by she's like a virtual assistant. I don't really know what she is. She's not a Beachbody coach, but she knows all of the things. And she makes daily posts, and she makes graphics, and she makes giveaways, and she makes prep week stuff, and she makes lots of things that I use because she is more of my tribe, and I really like the way she words things. Sometimes I change it, and sometimes I don't use them all the time. Like Friday, I was just like, I want to hear what you guys are winning, what's going well for you. So I don't use them all the time. But I do use them day to day, and it makes my life easier. So use resources that are around you. So whether it's like that thing that I use, but you guys have free resources at your hand. So don't feel like you have to make everything up the entire time. If you run a challenge group with other people, because I know that you guys are doing this, I know that a couple of you are running a group together. Each one of you need to be present in this group. So a lot of times when I run groups with other people, so this month I am, what we do a lot is say like, okay, Amy, you're going to take this week and you're going to be in charge of posting this week, like the content post. And then Katie will do the content post next week. And then I'll do the one after that. And we kind of split up week to week because it typically tends to be the easiest to do it that way. But then what happens is like, it's my week and then Amy is nowhere to be found, or it's Katie's week and I haven't shown up in a couple days. You need to show up every single day, even if you don't have people in the challenge group. And this is what I'm going to say to everybody. You need to be the leader that you want to be, not the leader that you are. So if you want to be a leader of a team, if you want to be a leader of people who are showing up, then you need to show up. Don't act like the person that you, don't like dim your light now because you're not where you are yet. Yes, I will share what I'm using in a little bit. After this, I will share it. But don't dim your light now because you're not where you think you need to be. I did this for a really long time, and all I did was self-sabotage. So, for example, I hit diamond in, I don't know, last summer. We're going to pretend August. I might be making that up. I hit diamond, which is the rank that I am at right now, last summer. And then in October, I went on a diamond retreat. In September, I dropped my diamond rank. So if you don't know anything about ranks, that doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but like I hit it and then like I lost people and I just dropped back to emerald. And I was like talking to Kate, my coach, and I was like, I can't go on this retreat because I'm not a diamond. Like, why would I go? Like, I'm not a diamond anymore. I get that I was invited and I got to go, but like I'm not now, so I don't get to go. And she was like, Teresa, like, but you are a diamond. Like, you are still a diamond just because you dropped for 5 minutes. So like, doesn't mean you're not. And the entire time I was at this, or before I was at this retreat, I would talk down and say things like, well, I don't have a team, so this doesn't matter. Or I don't have clients that are doing this, so this doesn't matter. And then what I was doing was dimming my light, and I stopped leading. And I would say that I wasn't a leader, and I would say that this isn't for me, or that I would shut down my like listening because I didn't have a team yet, or I didn't have clients yet, or I didn't have that, so it didn't matter. And so what I did is I just like blocked off things that people were teaching me because it didn't matter yet. But now I look at you guys, and if I didn't listen then how would I lead you now, right? Like, be the leader that you want to be, not the leader that you are right this second. Like, I want to be the leader of a premier team, and we've talked about this before. And I'm not running a premier team. Like, I don't have a premier team, but I will treat you guys like a premier team because we will be premier, right? Like, this is a goal that we have set, and I will act like that now because I want to get there. And if I just like to shy away from that, and I'm just like, oh, well, we're not there yet, so I'm just gonna like, I don't know, not push anybody and not call them out and not show up like a leader. Guys, there were literal months where I showed up on team calls and nobody showed up. Like, and I just showed up and I just did things. There were months where I ran challenge group and then nobody interacted with my stuff. So if you have people in your challenge group or you don't, you need to show up for your future team. You need to show up to become the leader that your future clients want, right? Like, you need to be the human that the people are going to want later on. And in that, when you are growing now, when your people come, whether that's clients or coaches or whatever, you are going to be ready for them, and you are going to be the best mentor, coach, and leader that you ever could be, because you spent the last however long showing up when they weren't. So like, show up and be there because they're coming, because they're going to be. So if you're running a challenge group with other people, show up the entire time. So if it's somebody else's week, I want you to be just as present, whether that's a like, hey, look at this recipe I just found, or commenting on their post, or pumping people up, or whatever it is, be just as present. And this goes for you guys that are running challenge groups with me too. I expect that you guys are showing up. So like, share your workouts, write things, comment on people's things, be interactive, be engaging, shout people out, even if they're not your people. Shout other people that you see doing well, and just interact. Be a leader, be a coach, be the leader that you want to be, not the one that you are now. Are there any challenge group or anything questions right now? I will share the stuff that I use, but you have to buy it, but you can get free like challenge group stuff in your back office, as well as use the Beachbody blog for content. But are there any questions? No, I don't know. Anissa, are you typing? Yeah, okay. I would say, so prep week starts tomorrow. I probably would let people in until Sunday, like next Sunday, because they won't have their morning meltdown stuff, but you don't really need anything. Like, I mean, the calendar and the journal are literally amazing, but you don't like need them to do the workouts. So I would probably say until Sunday. Any other questions? Some of you are running your very first challenge group this month, and I'm very proud of you. Oh, how far after? You can always extend it. So I think my group's like 120 some days long, but you can always extend it if like people don't finish it, or you do another round and you add people in. Like the current group that I have right now, I just keep extending really far because I'm not closing that out. Any other questions? Rosemary, do you feel ready to run your own challenge group? I feel like you were ready when you like signed up day one. All right, I'm going to take a picture. So wait. First I'm gonna stop recording because we don't need to record this.